Good morning, everyone. It is January the 14th, 2026. Today I'm going to put up an article on seniors. I think it's extremely important, and it's about seniors in retirement homes and how this is affecting the what we have to pay out for rent and the expenses that a senior has to put out when we get into the resident homes and that. And it's very, very difficult for us seniors because I've seen different estimates just to go into a home. This lady that she's talking about is nearly $5,000, which I've seen $5,000. I've checked it out myself, which is so high just to start to pay rent and everything for $5,000 a month as rent for one of these retirement homes. So way above, let's put it this way, it's way above my pay grade. I'm definitely on the lower end of the scale. That's why I'm in social housing. And I've seen a lot of people that are just falling through the cracks. And this is what these retirement homes are doing. Like the rent increases are supposed to be 2 point something, literally once a year that are supposed to be, the landlords can put up the rent. So what they're doing in these retirement homes, yes, they're putting it up 2 point something percent, which the seniors are scrambling to pay their bills, juggle everything that they're doing on their bills, and they're still having trouble with that. And that's just the beginning of it. And then all of a sudden they get their bill and they find out it shot up 4%. Well, those 4%, that to go up to that extra 2% on top of the 2.5% or whatever it's supposed to go up, it's for other services. And that is ridiculous. So it's putting them so far, their retirement places are so far out of reach for many of them. And especially those who are single. Let's say you were a widow or widower. That's really straining you. I mean, it's a little easier when you have a spouse and you're in a retirement home and you have two of you have incomes coming in, so that helps. But a lot of seniors, when they want to downsize, they think retirement homes are great to be in, so they sell their homes. They have all this money backed up and savings from their home and that to help pay through doing the retirement homes and that, and so they can pay for it. Because people don't realize that when the system was for old age security and the pensions and that were really brought into focus in the 1960s, I believe, it was people living on the average lifespan of 75 years, roughly. So if you retired at 65, you could probably live comfortably till 75 and maybe squeeze it to 80 if you were lucky. But today, with the retirement homes, and certainly with the way our medical system is, we're getting more people into their 80s, 90s. We're seeing more people even living to 100, and we're even having some people living over 100. We're seeing all these videos of people living over 100 years old today. So it's not enough for people to live on. And the government says, well, put an RSP away and do this, or tax-free savings. You could do all kinds of things. Well, I'm not in that kind of a boat. But I'm seeing it firsthand, just being able to observe what I'm seeing going on. It's really confusing for seniors. And then you've got, with the rent increases on them, as well as the food prices going up like crazy. And of course, the old age pension today only goes up like 2 point something, and it used to be about once a year. It's supposed to go up with inflation, but even at 4 times a year at 2 point something, it's barely keeping up with the food prices, let alone the rent prices. And then there's other pressures on seniors. Not only do they have their bills to pay, quite often they're trying to help out their children in this time of need when the children are in distress. They're going to college, they're trying to pay all their expenses, they're trying to get the food, and this is why we're seeing students even going to the food banks and that. So it's a very vicious circle we've got going right now. But I think this will be a very interesting video to put up on the pressures on seniors right now, and that has to be adjusted in some way that we don't have to stress out in our golden years after working for years and years to pay into our pensions and everything else. It's just being drained so fast. And I know I get drained too. Sometimes it's like, can I make it to the end of the month? Well, luckily I'm scraped through at the moment. But it's very difficult on seniors to do this. And so I'm looking forward to people looking at this video. So everyone, take care, be safe, watch your surroundings, and we'll talk again soon. And bye-bye.